Mm. Survival. Life is treacherous. Suicide on my precipice. Eliminate our leaders, then they demonize the rest of us. Ridicule our culture, then they imitate the rest of us. Separate our structure so our parents can't invest in us. I love my little queen with everything I possess. When you start to seek perfection, take a breath and profess. Your spirit's immaculate, and God created you blessed. With seeds already planted, cultivate your success. Built on principles and protected by my convictions. Empowered by my goal and focused on my fair precision. Protect my family regardless of the conditions. Accept the penalties to partner with my decisions. Blessed to be your father. It's an honorable mission. I'm your leader and your guide. I can't succumb to detention. They provide, so we'll divide, but you'll need all my attention. So I recollect the triggers that leave me short in my vision. My love was predicated by who I would ever die for. My growth, caring enough to live more, recalibrating limits, and remember that you mean more than someone's clutching tears on your mother's floor. Foolish in my nature, selfish with my life switch. Changing my behavior, or it's you left to devices. Reaching me through prayer for a hug and a goodnight kiss. Retching in despair and consumed by all your vices. Evaluate my character, compare the choices to the prices. The wisdom registers, can't give my time to the unrighteous. Teach you to think critically, not to simply react. Love all your cultures equal and don't forget that you're black. We love you, unadulterated. He'll protect you from the infatuated, clandestine and fabricated. You feel love, we won't invalidate it. I'll equip you with the foresight to navigate through hard rights. Trust yourself and shine bright, even in your twilight. Consumed by adverse insights, just pain from their own plight. Respect yourself, stand upright. Te amo, you give my soul life. That was my dry run there of Sunkissed. Welcome back. Ooh, let me hit my music now, because now that I'm here, let me turn it down a little bit. I got a little can I live. I really wanted to get. I might have to go to Erica today. So welcome back. Lord have mercy. So much has happened. How you doing? How you feeling? Where you been? Ugh. Where have I been? Shit, working. A lot of stuff I had to work on, and as usual, going through it, baby. Isaiah's always going through it, absolutely. But that's kind of the vibe, and that's why we're here today. So what we're gonna do right now? Yes, I'm in a didn't you know mood from Erica Badu. We're gonna do that. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was so rude, but yeah, we're past that. So I actually think I stumbled through that one. I fucked it up, but part of this practicing, that's what we do. So let me go ahead and tell everyone what I do here. My name is MōZayic. As everyone has known, seen, or will see, we have rebranded, or I have rebranded. So Dominic Gatsby still exists, but now we have gone to a place where my name is MōZayic. And for those who are new, MōZayic is my way of explaining how my spoken word poetry. My name is Isaiah, and my mosaics are my verbal paintings about my life. What I've done, what I've experienced, what I'm feeling, what I felt. True stories, everything. Everything's anecdotal. Let me go ahead and turn this down a little more because I'm gonna get super lost in Erica right now. So what's changed since the last time I saw y'all? So one, we've gone past 50 subscribers. That's cool. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. What else has happened? I have put out Sunkissed as a new poem. What else? I feel like there was something else other than the 53. I'm so in the zone already. I'm here and I'm feeling it. Oh yeah, I think that was really it. We passed 50, went to 53. Let me look real quick because I feel like a goober because I can't remember. I have the worst memory. No, didn't you know? No, I think that's what it was. We went to 53, past 50. Now we're at 53. So thanks for everybody who's come by. Thanks for everyone who stopped by tonight. Thanks for everyone who will come by in the future. And more, I'm very surprised that people sit through these later. This place really just to get the work out the way. What they call it, housekeeping out the way. This is really where I just work on my tones, my inflections, things I've worked on in between in the interim. I really wanted to get to shit like that for my live performances. I am from the DC area. I'm from Northern Virginia, really, but I maneuver through everywhere. So, golly, I mean, it has been a hell of a ride. For those of you who don't know, I've also have a new little girl, a little baby boop named Adrian. That is the best thing. I don't mean to sound cliche. She's the best thing. I'll put it that. So, yeah, that's what we do here. Nothing's gonna be really pretty. This is supposed to be stumbled through and just kind of work through it. See what actually works, what doesn't work. And I'll be honest, I have needed this. This is kind of therapeutic in a way for me. So uh let's do that one again. Yeah, let me turn up Erica for this. Okay. Let's get to it. Mm. Survival. Life is treacherous. Suicide on my precipice. Eliminate our leaders and they demonize the rest of us. Ridicule our culture, then they imitate the rest of us. Separate our structure so our parents can invest in us. I love my little queen with everything I possess. When you start to seek perfection, take a breath and profess. The spirit's immaculate and God created you blessed. With seeds already planted, cultivate your success. Built in principles and protected by my convictions. Empowered by my goal and focused on my pure precision. Protect my family, and regardless of the conditions, accept the penalties that can partner with my decisions. Blessed to be your father. It's an honorable mission. I'm your leader and your guide. I can't succumb to the detention. They'll provide, so we'll divide, but you need all my attention. So I recollect the triggers that leave me short in my vision. My love was predicated by who I would ever die for. My growth, caring enough to live more, recalibrating limits, and remember that you mean more than summer's clutching tears on your mother's floor. Foolish in my nature, selfish with my life's wish. Changing my behavior or it's you left to devices. Reaching me through prayer for a hug and a goodnight kiss. Retching in despair and consumed by all your vices. Evaluate my character, compare the choices to the prices. The wisdom registers can't give my time to the unrighteous. Teach you to think critically, not to simply react. Love all your cultures equal and don't forget that you're black. My character compare the choices to the prices. Wisdom registers. I feel like I'm forgetting something, bro. Like right in that. Evaluate my character. No, that was I was actually on it. Sometimes, that's what it is. So I've come up with a new, not new, but I don't know. Ever since writing this one, it's kind of taken me to another place, and then my performance is how I want to do it. So ever since then, it just felt transcendent. I needed to get that shit off my fucking chest too. I was working on that one for like a fucking year, and true story. Yeah, probably like a year. Um, let's kick it. Let's go back to the beginning. Survival. Life is treacherous. Suicide on my precipice. Eliminate our leaders, then they demonize the rest of us. Separate our survival. Life is treacherous. Suicide on my precipice. Eliminate our leaders, and they demonize the rest of us. Imitate our culture, then they ridicule our culture. Survival. Life is treacherous. Suicide on my precipice. Eliminate our leaders, and they demonize the rest of us. Ridicule our culture, then they imitate the rest of us. Separate our structure so our parents can't invest in us. I love my little queen with everything I possess. When you start to seek perfection, take a breath and profess. Your spirit's immaculate and God created you blessed. But seeds already planted, cultivate your success. Built on principles and protected by my convictions. Empowered by my goal and focused on my fair precision. Protect my family and regardless of the conditions. Accept the penalties that can partner with my decisions. Blessed to be your father. It's an honorable mission. I'm your leader and your guide. I can't succumb to the tension. They provide, so we'll divide, but you'll need all my attention. So recollect the triggers that leave me short in my vision. My love is predicated by who I would ever die for. My growth, caring enough to live more, recalibrating limits, and remember that you mean more than summer's clutching tears on your mother's floor. Foolish with my nature, selfless with my life's wish. Changing my behavior, or it's you left to devices. Reaching me through prayer for a hug and a good night kiss. Retching in despair and consumed by all your vices. Evaluate my character, compare the choices to the prices. The wisdom registers can't give my time to the unrighteous. Teach you to think critically, not to simply react. Love all your cultures equally, but don't forget that you're black. We love you, unadulterated, help protect you from the infatuated, clandestine and fabricated. You feel love, we won't invalidate it. I'll equip you with the foresight to navigate through hard rights. Trust yourself and shine bright, even in your twilight. Consumed by ever since sights, just pain from their own plight. Respect yourself, stand upright. Te amo, you give my soul life. Sun kiss. There we go. That one, I love that. That poem actually started off. What was it? It wasn't my precision. Predicated. There, just like the one I did before. There's a every now and then when I do poems. I'll it's built. Sometimes when I'll do it straight through. It's a rare occasion these days, but sometimes it's built around either a principle or a stanza already, and I'll just go from there. Also, everything is rooted in hip hop. I am not against rapping, but it literally starts off with me keeping a cadence. some of my favorite songs are songs that I feel like kind of fit the mood of what I want to do. And from there, I usually find it there, and then I just kind of, I guess I don't want to say freak it, but kind of toy with it from there. So this one had a lot of like before listening to I just want to get in the zone. So I was listening to Can I Live from Jay-Z. But sometimes like I forgot, I can't even, oh yeah, yeah. So there's a song from Kendrick Lamar and Prince Angeles that I was listening to. Actually, that was when I was practicing. That's always gonna stick in my mind now. As a song that really sticks with, that got me as far as practicing. Excuse me. Something else I've also started doing clearly in my studio, not like size apartment, but as a recording studio slash my living room. Okay. Clearly I can't really project like I would do in a hall or something, or at Bus Boys and Poets or whatever the fuck. Okay. So what I've also started doing now is like on my drive home from work, my normal job, or even I'll say my like I'm a soldier, so what I do with drill and shit like that. So I'll do it in the car. Like, you know how you sing these songs you like? I will put on songs if I'm feeling it, I will do it to that. And they don't always go together. Sometimes it's way faster than it actually will be when I do it. But for me, it helps. It's the repetition, like singing my favorite song over and 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 over. And that helps a lot. And then yeah, that for me is a repetition. And I'm just that's how I have fun with that, make it fit anything. But the key for me is like a couple of these. Oh, that's right. We're on episode 20. That was the other one. Hey, so 53 subscribers now. We're past 50 subscribers, and this is the 20th episode of Past the Moon and Through the Stars series. That's kind of dope. We've been doing this for a few, I think 3 years now. But anyway, um, then I took the music out altogether, and that just freed up so much more space. And I would tell y'all, at least for me, that paper can feel like wherever I have it written on, it can feel like a crutch. So memorizing shit is so much easier once. Well, I'll put it like this: it's memorizing shit is easier when I'm doing it to music, and then me actually practicing, like really feeling the energy of how I actually feel about it, is so much easier when I'm just looking straight at the camera now. Like this one, it's not going to be. It's probably the energy probably isn't going to be exactly the same when I'm reading them for the rest of them, but it helps. It's just like it's like feeling unshackled, you know. And I was listening to Ja Rule on what was it? The Ghetto Boys podcast with Scarface and Willie D. But Scarface is getting going through surgery, so it's just Willie D. And he was talking about how Jay-Z does his, and everyone said the same story about how he just memorizes it. I kind of got this from not how I do it, because I still don't, because I have ADHD, so I don't even know if that's gonna work. I can try. But what happens is the reason why he'll memorize and do like, well, as far as music's concerned, what happens is you'll just keep saying it over and over and over in your head, and that's you're writing and learning, like rehearsing at the same time, which I think is kind of dope. Will I ever get to do that? I don't know. Who knows? I like having fun with it. But we have been rocking for a little bit. So let me go ahead and thank you all again for the people who are here, the people who've come, and the people who will show up. Also, this is a very easygoing space. As people come in, please relax, chill, enjoy the vibe. Talk if you want to, like, dislike, subscribe, notifications, all that fun stuff. What else is there? Oh yeah. This I'm gonna say this before we jump into the next thing. Actually, no, fuck this. We're gonna go to another one, and then we'll come back. I feel like I gotta earn the right to say what I was gonna say next. So, didn't you know? Oh yeah, I can't sing, but I will. What did I put these? See, all oh, I'm breathing so hard in this. That's another thing I learned. I can back the fuck up. I thought I was, a good distance away, but just because I can't, it's not super loud, and it's kind of a nice trade-off because I don't have soundproofing back here. So if I back up, I can trust that it's not going to be loud as fuck. Okay, so it's just because it sounds softer. It's free. Oh, I could have said fit. Oh, what are we gonna do? I'm so sorry, y'all. This is preparation fail. And life is free. Okay. I should have just did it that way. Okay. No, 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 no. Bro, you know what happened to this? I fucked up. So we're gonna make this very simple. I keep my poems. While we're doing this, I'm gonna tell you what I was gonna say anyway. So, um, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah. So one of my things about all of this is I have a lot of other plans, and I would love to find other people to write with, work with rather. I have like real things I want to like live, not it wouldn't be live, but things I want to play out, and I would need someone else there, or other people to work with. Just that's why I do this. And honestly, even I admit to everybody, like my views, I run stuff as 30-second skippable ads, and I think it's dope as fuck that people even watch them. So it doesn't have the best camera or none of that shit. Okay, and we're talking about when I say random ads, I'm talking about like actual finished stuff. Like even my stuff that wasn't that as where I'm at now as far as presentation. Like people sit there and watch it. I think that's pretty fucking dope. I think it's cool, and I appreciate y'all for that. Like, and it's like people watch like 70% or more of that. And I'm like, cool. I mean, when you have the option of skipping, like, cool. And what that does though for me to run them as ads is just give it some momentum so people can see, and then hopefully get. Sorry if you can hear that, get some community going. Windows just wants me to buy stuff, and I'm not doing it, bruh. Okay, here we go. There we go. And that's what I want to do. So it allows me to just get my shit going and let people know, hey, your brother is here writing shit and wants to, perform shit with you too, man. I want to do real shit like that. And I can't do music, but I would love to like have someone sing something. I can guide you to a note, but I can't really pull it out of thin air. I'm not like that, but I just love writing shit. I love performing shit. And it also lets me put my own, you know, spirit to it. I used to just write them, right, and post them, and that's why I actually got here is because got to performing them, trying to figure that shit out is because it's not going to hit the same. It's not even going to keep your attention the same if you have to read it. And then I would submit them here and there, and then it dawned on me. It's like 15 years ago or something like that. I'm 34. It's like 15 years ago, and it dawned on me. If I'm submitting them somewhere, I'm trying to meet someone else's standard. I know how I feel. I know what I wrote. I like that. I mean, I don't care if I win a competition for it. I just want people to if it vibes with you, it vibes with you. Just put art out there, put how I feel out there. That's it. Oh, let's get it, baby. All right. Mm. Oh yeah, we're gonna go through this one. To go and then I'll turn back there somewhere. All right, thank y'all for putting up with me. I need to get my preparation down because this was not it. It could have been better. We're getting there. Okay, so since when? Okay. It's not common to be gifted with a second chance. It's not common to be gifted with a second chance. Let me slow down. So when I speak, things sound much slower and normal than when people hear it. And I've learned that like a year or two ago, probably like a year or two ago, listening back. So I have to remind myself to slow down. It's not common to be gifted with a second chance, which is why I start every day on bending knees and folded hands. Oh. No, I don't even want to start with that one. I need more energy, and I want to do something that I've actually put cadence to. We're gonna have some fun tonight. We could go depressing, but we're not doing it. Ooh, 3 a.m. professing, smitten, and I'm begging. Right, let me turn off Erica for this. Anything that has a cadence, I gotta stop. Okay. 3 a.m. professing, smitten, and I'm begging. 3 a.m. professing, smitten, and I'm begging. Red eye TNY just for a little piece of heaven. Frosted tip lips baptized. What? Oh, that's what it was. Except I don't remember how I did it. 3 a.m. professing, smitten, and I'm begging. Red eye TNY just for a little piece of heaven. Frosted tip lips baptized. What a blessing. Every time I get to taste your inner thigh, I'm obsessing. Line my throat with your hands, detail your commands. Your eyes connect with mine, I'm introduced to your plan. Grasping on my waist because I'm lost in your wealth. You pin my hands back to keep my hands to myself. When you sway with intention, breaking down the suspension, confessing your conditions, tremors from your affliction, crippled from your conditions, coming into remission. Then I put you into submission. We're in a battle of attrition. Read my body language and engage how much I'm poignant. Hands across your body, and by the way my legs are pointed, as lost in the abyss, stimulated bliss. A halt in your breathing, I'm catching tears on your lips. I adjust my rate of speed, decipher all your needs. As open as we leap, I venture more into the deep. Reaching down for your throne, peeling back your collarbone. Friction turns your vocal tones, then you start to ebb and flow. Bracing for how my pelvis rolls and impact my angles toll through the depths. Now, I need to stop doing all of this. See, that's what happens. I'm jazzing it. I can tell sometimes when I'm fucking shit up, it's because I'm going straight jazz. I'm improvising. I can dance. I should, when it comes to art, like, even if we're just kind of going with shit, I should not wing it. Like, I can tell when, don't, this ain't jazz. Okay. Okay, back it up, back it up. 3 a.m. professing, smitten, and I'm begging. Red-eyed and why just for a little piece of heaven. Frosted tip lips baptized, what a blessing. Every time I get to taste it, and I'm obsessing. Line my throat with your hands to tell your commands. Your eyes connect with mine and introduce to your plan. Grasping on my waist because I'm lost in your wealth. You pin my hands back to keep my hands to myself. When you sway with intention, breaking down the suspension. Confessing your conditions, tremors from your affliction. Coming into crippled from your addiction. Coming into remission. Then I put you in submission. We're in a battle of attrition. Read my body language. Engage how much I'm poignant. Hands across your body, and by the way my legs are pointed. As lost in the abyss, stimulated bliss. A halt in your breathing, I'm catching tears on your lips. I adjust my rate of speed, decipher all your needs. As open as we leap, I venture more into the deep. Reaching down for your throne, peeling back your collarbone. Friction turns your vocal tones, then you start to ebb and flow. Bracing around my pelvis rolls and impact my angles toll through the depths I control. I'm gonna pull it from your soul onto my soliloquy. I kiss your divinity and keep my eyes open as I find my serenity. Few things mean more to me. Guide some kids and family, then head you from your ecstasy. When I'm in between your knees, you guide my head you guide my head intently to remember few things mean more to me. Got some kids and family, then head just from your ecstasy. When I'm in between your knees, you got my head intently to remember your favorite vividly and tell you what you did to me. Eliminate the metaphors, rip the knob off the door, destroy the handles on my drawer. While spreading love, I implore your supple honey couture, insatiable. I want more like I never had you before. I'll never feel you no more. Put strain on your vocal cords, cover all your contours until you shake it from the core, evacuating to the floor. I'm dedicated to these nights out. Predicated on your whiteout, eviscerating any new doubt. Collapsing on me, lights out. I forgot I remembered that one. This one, Vieux Fort, Vieux Fort, Vieux Fort, Vieux Fort. I gotta work on that. It's like, it's a type of Creole sound. That's a little, I gotta remember that because someone's eventually gonna figure it out. Hey, you're fucking it up. So, Vieux Fort, Vieux Fort, and Sunkissed were 2 of the ones I had been working on. I'm just memorizing and shit. Let's do that shit again, just differently. So maybe if I sit like this, no. So anyway, okay, maybe like this. You know, when you bite your lip, you gotta do it just cause it's sexy in the camera when you bite your lip for no reason. Awesome. Hold on. I do have important stuff, so I want to make sure I'm not leaving anyone hanging. No, I'm not. Boop. Okay, let's get to work. 3 a.m. professing, smitten, and I'm begging. Red-eyed and why just for a little piece of nah, I can hear when I do that shit. I hate that. Ugh. Habits breaking habits. It's like on the last poem. One of the things for me when it, like Sunkissed, I didn't want to. I didn't want to really yell. I did in the ADHD. Before I forget, verbal mosaics, the playlist. That's all of the finished poems. Past the moon through the stars. That's this series. Okay. You can watch them all. Please do. Let me know. Hey, thanks for kicking with me. It's been 25 minutes almost. Thanks for kicking me tonight. Anyway, back to this. I realized in my last one. I mean, I was tripping on that shit in the last one too, because I didn't want to really yell. To be honest, I'm not a wolf tickets kind of person. You know, I don't really like all that talking shit. And to be honest, that's probably the most violent I've been in a poem. And I knew just like sexual shit, I didn't want to be too like cheap, but still be true to how I feel, how I am. So I had realized if I just sit in my throat a little more, like let that natural bass come out that I do have that I don't use that often, just cause then it'll have the same effect. I don't have to yell for it to have the same impact. And I learned that in general, well, to reinforce that, I knew that because that's how I am in real life. But to reinforce that, I've listened to some of my favorite artists, like I always do, like in life, and they accomplish the same thing. It's not so much as the ones who aren't yelling. I'm not opposed to yelling. It's just not. It's not true to me because that's not how I am. It's gonna come off disingenuous. I think some people will get it, some people will see it and like it, and some people will. It'll just feel off. So that's the way I'm balancing that out. Is really still zeroing that in, and getting to that. Also, what I'm trying to do, or going to do, is when it's a little safer now that we got this delta out here, is go back to Busboys and Poets again and do a slam instead of open mics. I'm not against open mics, but I need that competitive edge. Like I'm not trying to shit on anybody or anything. It's just I want to do better. I want not just necessarily better, but I want that little element. But it's just the fact that no, this is for stakes. I need that to push me to get me in my fucking zone instead of like having the written shit. It's kind of a crutch for me specifically. And I'm not saying open mic is a crutch for anybody. It's good. It's just as beautiful to me. It's just I want to push myself a little more, and I think by doing a slam instead, when it's a little safer. Well, I am vaccinated, but still, okay. Okay, let's get it. Maybe that was a little like probably not sexy to do when you guys are listening to me. So anyway, 3 a.m. professing, smitten, and I'm begging. Red eye to NY just for a little piece of heaven. Frosted tip, lips baptized, what a blessing. I don't like that. 3 a.m. professing, smitten, and I'm begging. Red eye to NY just for a little piece of heaven. Frosted tip, lips baptized, what a blessing. Every time I get to taste your inner thigh, I'm obsessing. Line my throat with your hands, detail your commands. Your eyes connect with mine, amateur, deuce to your plan. Grasping on my waist because I'm lost in your wealth. You pin my hands back to keep my hands to myself. When you sway with intention, breaking down the suspension. Confessing your conditions, confessing your conditions? What is that? I forgot how that one goes. When you when you sway with intention, breaking down the suspension. Confessing your tremor. I thought it was tremors. When you sway with intention, breaking down suspension, confessing your conditions, tremors from your affliction, crippled from your condition, coming into remission, then I put you in submission. We're in a battle of attrition. Read my body language. Engage how much I'm poignant. Hands across your body and by the way my legs are pointed. I lost in the abyss, stimulated bliss. A halt in your breathing, I'm catching tears on your lips. I adjust my rate of speed, decipher all your needs. As open as we leap, I venture more into the deep. Reaching down for your throne, peeling back your collarbone. Friction turns my vocal tones. Friction turns your vocal tones. Then you start to ebb and flow, bracing for how my pelvis rolls and impact my angles toll. Through the depths, I control him. I'm gonna pull it from your soul. Onto my soliloquy. I kiss with your divinity and keep my eyes open as I find my serenity. Few things mean more to me. God, some kids and family, than hatred from your ecstasy. When I'm in between your knees, you guide my head intently to remember your favorite flavor vividly and tell you what you did to me. Eliminate the metaphors. Put the knob off the door. Destroy the handles on my drawer. By spreading love, I implore your supple honey couture. Insatiable, I want more. Like I never had you before, I'll never feel you no more. Put strain on your vocal cords. Cover all your contours until you're shaking from your core, evacuating to the floor. I'm dedicated to these nights out. Predicated on your white out. Eviscerating any new doubt. Collapsing on me. Lights out. Your fault. That probably wasn't sexy either. Maybe it's sexy to somebody. Is it? Probably not. Yeah. So anyway, 30 minutes. Wow. Again, thank y'all for stopping by. I know we've only really done two, but we're kind of just vibing as usual. You know? Life's been crazy. Hopefully, when I get through this crazy shit I'm going through right now, we'll get to the other side, got more. I definitely have other things I want to write about. That was also like the most conscious thing I've written, as far as like that doesn't have to necessarily do with love, because everything I I've written before that. Okay, exception of one, two was happy love, sad love, and then sex. Actually, that was like 10 years ago when I started writing about sex. Yeah, it's 10 years ago, 2011. I got crazy. Hey, look at me. So 10 years ago, yeah. But I've been writing way before that. So anyway, it's usually happy love, sad love, and then sex. We'll go ahead and do that in there. One was about uh the how do I want to put it? Um trauma I went through as a child. And another one years ago. I don't even know if I could probably find it if I really dug for it. I don't know if I care. It's about the same kind of feeling, but it was never something I've like verbally put out there before. It was something I wrote down. I've been writing since like middle school, maybe elementary school. I don't know, but yeah, it's definitely a whole different vibe. Even like right now, just talking, just doing the way I'm doing it is just like it's totally different. It's just a fucking vibe. So for some reason, no, I'm not even talking about that. That's stupid. So it's like stay focused, baby. That's sexy. I don't think it's sexy when I talk like this. I don't know. Whenever I do goofy shit like that. Mm, you know what? I think I feel like working on the two I was just doing. We might do two more of those. Because I don't. So what happens? Let me actually know. I got other cadence based ones. Typically, what happens is when I read the old ones, that don't have cadences. Yeah, I know what we can do tonight. It comes off like I'm reading it clearly. I know this is a space, but I don't feel like doing that shit tonight. So, mm, is that it? Is that it? Is that it? Is it? Oh, I'm sorry. Oops. Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not going to talk about that yet. I don't like some every now and then I want to like talk about something at work or an idea I have, and I'm like, no, no. Well, everything about me, whether it's my nonprofit, whether it's my regular job, anything I'm doing in my life, I don't like to talk about it unless it's done. So I might talk to my best friends, and that's about it. Just as far as plans are concerned. And so, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We're not just. This is about to be a music-less night tonight, because, bro, uh, bro. All right, let's go. What does my love? What does my love mean? It's consistent love without nerves or intimidation. Even when you fill me with frustration, conviction laced every word in your evaluation. How he created our world, his manifestation, and how you're drunk on our love and its permeation. That you feel safe and assured in our elevation. When I saw your tears pour, I felt hesitation. I was shattered to core with your reservations. Again, you double back in your direction, stumbling on the stairs of dedication. Roundabout with your words and participation, your misconceptions of worth from my soul's affection, as if God may have heard upon our selection. I learned the root and the depth of my animation. I found the truth of myself within the frustration. You're my ocular wealth. I have to be patient. In my spiritual journey, I found validation. I can't seem to deter from its maturation. As much as it hurts, let me slow down. Let me start over. What does my love mean? It's consistent love without nerves or intimidation. Even when you fill me with frustration. Conviction laced every word in your evaluation. How he created our world, his manifestation, and how you're drunk on our love and its permeation, that you feel safe and assured in our elevation. But when I saw your tears pour, I felt hesitation. I was shattered to core with your reservations. Again, you double back in your direction, stumbling on the stairs of dedication, roundabout with your words and participation, your misconception of worth from my soul's affection, as if God may have erred upon our selection. I learned the root and the depth of my animation. I found the truth of myself within the frustration. You're my ocular wealth. I have to be patient. In my spiritual journey, I found validation. I can't seem to deter from its maturation. As much as it hurts from the situation, I end up loving you more every variation. Like if you came in this world another complexion or full figure of the Lord, you would never question. Just let me love and adore every incarnation. My life is enamored by yours without limitations. I'm basking in your butterscotch tone and its brilliance. Caramel coated eyes, I've been lost since. You fed my soul by the church. You were God sent. And every time you left, I couldn't make sense. Surrendered all my logic. I was convinced to love you as you are. My soul was intent. When evolution was due, I couldn't prevent. And every version of you was where my love went. Hitting every single sector of my soul with precision. Any given day, you're my emotional provisions. With him paramount, I praise all of his decisions while I figure out why he cements you in my vision. Pure, and that's pure love. I'm gonna keep it moving. Oh yeah. While searching for my transition, they presented the different missions. They swear they have different visions, end up the same renditions. I'm consumed by these illustrious illusions till due to help prevent myself from constantly alluding to you. I'm catching your projection every moment on cue, collecting me in mistakes that I choose to pursue. It's not that I think you're flawless. My love for you is just lawless. You deserve a love that's dauntless. You're a stronger one that's harmless. A step into destiny, I just need one wish. Grant me a promise before reality's kiss. As I descend to the depths, please find your bliss. Cherish your new horizons, nothing more's on my list. How many years now have I been drowning? Echoes of their fears have my pressure mounting. Take a pause and panic and look at my surroundings. My present is painful, but the scenery is astounding. Your emotional graduation won't require my participation. Authentic congratulations, the basis of my fascination. My love is organic, steadfast, and the truest, but honest, so it's not selfish, toxic, or foolish. Your magic, may the love you share stay fluid, unrelenting. I want that spiritual love for you, even if it's not with me, even if it's not me with whom you do it. Goa. Mm. My current inspiration derives from your intellectuality. Hold on to these words as my actions breathe like action as my actions as hold on to these words as my actions breathe life into them and create our new reality. Find the belief in my eyes that in our moment you're a treasure, not a tragedy. And despite the pace and our tension, you know, with me, you would never be a casualty. Collapse those wings around me and detail your deepest fantasy. Your quest is my mission. Make you lose your sanity, make you lose your sanity. Embrace all your vanities until you speak. Collapse those wings around me and detail your deepest fantasy. Your request is my mission. Make you lose your sanity. Embrace all your vanities until you speak solely in profanities. Realizing she won't ever have to question this decision, personified by the way she exhales, in sync with her physical precision, in sync with my physical precision, telling me how this movement was in her vision. I'm sorry, this I try not to. The only thing that throws me the fuck off is being at home in the living room because I don't want my voice to like bother people, even though I'm normally like the quiet neighbor these days. So realizing she won't ever have to question this decision, personified by the way she exhales, in sync with my physical precision, telling me how this movement was in her vision, inexplicable, but she believed in her deepest intuition. She was simply just waiting for the perfect conditions. Her words are deeply increasing the power of my intention. With your neighbors listening to the sounds of our collisions, I increase my focus until they feel you lost your religion. Grasp the back of my mind as the wall tickles. Grasp the back of my mind as the wall tickles your spine. Don't break visual contact. Grasp the back of my mind as the wall tickles your spine. Don't break visual contact as I enter your divine. Trembling to the words I instruct, I'm committed in ways others were reluctant, ensuring that you never feel rushed, approaching this as if it'll be the last time we'll touch. Requesting my desires, but not wanting the specifics. Discover on your own and decipher my hieroglyphics. Decoding through my neck makes me more prolific, coursing through my veins, and now control is shifted. As your shoulders start to shudder and your lips start to flutter, you're pulling back the covers elated and you stutter as I take this a step further and you let out another. 2 years of my celibacy negated by your effect on me. To taste your ecstasy, speaking bilingual effectively, spelling her name carefully while down the line of destiny. Circles when you lock your knees, X's when you start to plead, moments when you forget to breathe while motioning you to come to me. arching your back simultaneously, even more when you yell for me. Heart beating in brevity while releasing the flavor of your sanctity. Without taking a moment to savor, let's proceed in the next behavior. When you lock your arms diagonally across my back passionately, the momentum in my hips drives me immaculately. Hands in your head as you dip down, presenting an altar on your crown. Arms in my shoulders move in rotation, intensifies deeper within your sensation. We could continue, but I do miss your eyes. I pull back your reins and you say that you're mine. Hand over neck, and my arms hold your hand over neck. Hold on. Hand over neck, and my arms hold your thighs. Lift it back up. Start on the spot. Hands. Oh yeah. Hands over neck, and my arms hold your thighs because you're facing that way. Okay, hands over neck and my arms hold your thighs. Lift it back up. Start on the spine. Switching positions without touching ground. Carrying you upward and slide right back down. Holding my face while receiving your kisses. Forgiving apologies foolishly resisted. Mixing the ingredients in your cinnamon confection. Changing depth and mixing the ingredients in our mixing the ingredients in your cinnamon confection, changing depth and direction in our melanin connection, reading your expressions through the power of my detection, increases in your vocal inflections. I'm trapped in your perfection. Continuation to an additional plunge, rolling my hips till I feel your lungs, losing your eyes and biting your tongue. Your nails pierce my flesh when you become undone, tearfully detailing you didn't want to finish, physically and intimately conflicted, but you knew her strength was diminished, holding me delicately, increasing my motion effortlessly, tensing on him increasingly, precipitating effectively. Pull me in closer, listening to my rhythm, asking if you're all I've ever wished for. Yes, however, you're much more. We ask for what we can't have, what's known but on an unreachable path. With you, I found a new wonder, a new standard, like altering number, catching your breath and asking what you're catching your breath and asking where I want to be, naturally with you, without uncertainty, reminding you that it's your intellectuality that inspires my vitality. And Bonsoir Saint Germain, I did not mean to do like one of my fucking ballads. So yeah, they used to be so much longer. I think this one took like 5 minutes of recording. Not like to I mean like to actually like the video is 5 minutes. And it's like I don't think I walked into that one. I maybe said hey sweetie or some shit like that. I don't fucking remember. That's an old one. I don't know what's going on today. My mouth is kind of like it doesn't want to cooperate. Also, you know what's crazy to me, and I really appreciate y'all. One for 42 minutes here, 43, almost 45 minutes. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for kicking it for me this long. And one of the one of these videos in this series has like a few likes, and I think one if it's not the most views, I think it's like the second most. And I'm like of the ones in this series, and I'm like, the thing about it is that was the worst one I've ever done. I was all over the fucking place that day. I was just not there. Some days it's just a bet, and you know what got me, and still to this day helps me, is when I see. Let me see. I don't in the chat. No one's here anymore. Is knowing that other people have bad sets, whether it's music or comedy and stuff. Yeah, they're like professionals can have just a bad night. You know, it's just oh damn, I was just fucking up. And I think then one of the things I learned from that is how to roll with it. Like there are two, actually my two last poems. I did make mistakes in those, and there aren't any cuts. These are all one take. Okay, there's no cuts and edits and shit in there. It's just do it until it's done. Okay, I fucked up in both of those last two, but I was happy because you can't tell. I know I can't. If I can't tell, I know no one else can tell. Okay. And I was like, damn, I liked it because I just kept it moving. And that took practice. And where did we learn that? In this space where one, I try to just keep it moving. And if I fuck up in the middle, like I was joking around today, but the case in point is not necessarily start over. And then two, not get well, a couple things. Two, not get hung up on if I missed a word. It's okay, keep it moving. They get it. Okay, they got it. They get the point. Unless it's like one of those big ones, and you just gotta okay, just go back and fix it. Whatever. And then three, what was it? I can't remember. I got ADHD. It's not the end of the world though. It's okay. So you just, but the difference is the preparation. Did I put enough effort into it? I'm okay with missing a word here or there. It's cool. And I really just appreciate, like, I appreciate anyone who watches any of my shit. But even more so, just especially these, because it's like me talking to myself and whomever shows up and is in the silence, the abyss. I need friends. I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm feeling it. I'm going through a lot of shit, but today I feel kind of, right now, I feel like God's kind of putting peace in my heart tonight. So, and like I said, this helps. So, thanks to God. I don't know if I'm ready to go just yet. I think I want to do, let's stay happy. Let's stay happy poems. I might do one or two more and then bounce. I'm gonna go watch my home girl Joy Infinity do her Twitch stream tonight, as I do every Monday and Thursday. Watch her. She's fucking cool to me because I'm a goober. So, huh. Thanks again. I'm really happy. Like, it makes me happy. I honestly puts a smile on my face. Even if people dislike it, it's the fact that anybody was watching. It was just like, hey, I mean, some people were watching like 15, 20, 30 minutes. I think one was like 30. I can't remember. Like, of me doing these. It's fucking cool. I love it. Oh yeah. Oh, and as the time goes, don't be afraid to like let a brother know if you want to hear one that I already did. I will go ahead and try to accommodate. It's not like I'm big or nothing. Or I have something to work on specifically. Now, honestly, I was gonna do it yesterday, but there's so much football on. The odds anyone even giving a shit today is not, probably not. We will look. I don't know what I want to do to finish, but we will do something. I'm not just dipping tonight. That's just not gonna happen. Nope. Nope. So I used to always write these ballads. I call them ballads because it's the same principle. It's like a long love story, okay, or whatever. And I had to get away from that because it was just too fucking much to try to remember. Okay, if I can do it, but I don't want to. So yeah, it's that simple. And I still love them because that's how I feel. And also one of the things a couple of things I've learned over time is, say, if you look at my early stuff. So some of the earliest poems I have, like when I'm not even dressed in nothing, like I have wear my hoodies all the time now. Like some of my earliest written stuff. Like I used to not for any wasn't trying to be all whatever, but I used to use really big words and I didn't want to sound cheap, but I didn't know how to not sound cheap and also not be too complex. So just like vocals, I had to find a way, I still find what places between too loud and too soft, like in or too big of a difference and shit. Like find the middle. So I realized that with the words, that if people don't readily know off the top, if I had to look it up, they probably this even if it's one person, that's one person who doesn't know what the fuck the word is, and they're gonna think about what does it mean. They're gonna miss what the fuck I'm talking about because they're still thinking about that word. Now I just wasted time. Not no waste of time. I just lost them for a second. You know what I'm saying? So it makes it easier. Like, yeah. What are we doing? I don't know. What do y'all think? Lip service? No, 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 no. Nope. You know what? We might end with Sunkiss tonight. I love that one. No. I don't want to do that one tonight. I don't want to finish off with that. Yeah. Fuck it. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this wide. No notes. Back up. No notes. No notes. And we're gonna go ahead and do this. Uh, Man, it's also like night and day when you have to. So there's sitting down mannerisms, standing up mannerisms, and then there's like standing up in my home mannerisms, and then I'm in front of a bunch of people, which are all things I try to practice. And not so much tonight. I'm just it's kind of practicing, but it's not like I pre-practice before coming on tonight with those. Like sometimes I do. And I really didn't even practice my vocals too much before I started. I just kind of just like gave it a song or two and said, "Fuck it, let's go." Excuse me. Let's do it. Survival. Life is treacherous. Suicide on my precipice. Eliminate our leaders and they demonize the rest of us. Ridicule our culture, then they imitate the rest of us. Separate our structure so our parents can't invest in us. I love my little queen with everything I possess. When you start to seek perfection, take a breath and profess. Your spirit's immaculate and God created you blessed. With seeds already planted, cultivate your success. Built on principles and protected by my convictions. Empowered by my goal and focused on my fair precision. Protect my family regardless of the conditions. Accept the penalties that can partner with my decisions. Blessed to be your father. It's an honorable mission. I'm your leader and your guide. I can't succumb to the tension. They'll provide, so we'll divide, but you'll need all my attention. So I recollect the triggers that leave me short in my vision. My love is predicated by who I would ever die for. My growth, caring enough to live more, recalibrating limits, and remember that you mean more than someone's clutching tears than your mother's for. Foolish in my nature, selfish with my life's wish. Changing my behavior, or it's you left to devices. Reaching me through prayer for a hug and a goodnight kiss. Retching in despair and consumed by all your vices. Evaluate my character, compare the choices to the prices. The wisdom registers, can't give my time to the unrighteous. Teach you to think critically, not to simply react. Love all your cultures equally and don't forget that you're black. We love you, unadulterated. Help protect you from the infatuated, clandestine and fabricated. You feel love? We won't invalidate it. I'll equip you with the foresight to navigate through hard rights. Trust yourself and shine bright, even in your twilight. Consumed by adverse insights, just pain from their own plight. Respect yourself, stand upright. Te amo. Give my soul life. Sun kiss. MōZayic. I am MōZayic. Y'all have been wonderful tonight. Y'all have been wonderful to me over the course of years and just giving me a space to express myself and live. And just like, dislike, comment. Let me know how you feeling. Let me know how you doing. What you been up to. Let me if you know if you're feeling this or not. It's an artistic space. My feelings are not going to be heard. It's okay. Everything isn't for everybody. I like playing with these now. I don't know, just today. Everything's not for everybody. It's okay. Okay. These are just my stories. And I love y'all for just stopping by and giving me your time. All right, baby. Oh, be good to each other. Be good to yourself. Be patient with yourself. I love you.